Hey folks, today we're talking about gifts for fish keepers. A few do's, a few don'ts. It's all coming up right after this. Hey folks, it's Pecktec, and it's that time again. That time of year where we go and we look for things for gifts for our friends and family. It can be difficult, especially for friends or family that maybe want to help us out. They want to maybe give us a gift, help us contribute to our hobby and our passion, but they don't really know where to start. And this video is kind of for them. Plus, it's going to show a few products that I've picked up recently that are small and inexpensive little things that you could maybe get somebody if you didn't know what else to get them, maybe a fellow fish keeper. And be sure to let me know if there's a product that I didn't cover that you would like to get for a gift. Let me know down below. There are a few things just right off the bat I'd like to tell you that you probably should not get for a fish keeper as a gift. One is an aquarium. As weird as that sounds, unless they've got one very specifically picked out, it does require a lot of planning and effort to put the right size aquarium in the right space. A gift certificate is a much better option if you know they want an aquarium, but you don't know, or they don't even know specifically which one. A gift certificate's a much better option there. And another thing is fish. Again, fish require very specific environments depending on how it is best to keep that particular fish. And the person that you're giving it to may not have an area that's available, and they might not be one that they're as interested in keeping as others. Fish do require a lot of time and attention. So it's important that the aquarist pick that fish for themselves. Those are my two big ones. There are probably a few other things that can be added onto the list of the don'ts list, but I didn't want that to be my primary focus. Let's talk about some do's. There's some really, really neat stuff that you can get, but one of the kind of really basic things that you can get, and they're available in large sizes or small sizes, is water conditioner. Almost every aquarist I know uses this, and it's not always cheap. So like Prime and AqauLife Complete are a good example of very concentrated versions of water conditioners. If the person that you're talking to has really large tanks, these concentrated ones are great. There's even smaller ones too. There's one called Safe. This is an extremely concentrated water conditioner. What it does is it takes the chlorines and chloramines out of the water, so you can take water from your tap or other places, and you can add it to the aquarium without adding any chlorine, which can cause problems. So if you don't keep fish, you might not realize it, but this is not super cheap, not expensive, but not super cheap either. Especially, we're going to use this. We're going to use it a lot. If you got them this huge thing, they're going to use it all, and they'll appreciate getting it. A product that I picked up recently that's nice and fairly inexpensive too is this water skimmer. I actually installed this in the Megaflex because I was seeing a little bit of stuff on the surface of the water. What it does is it skims from the surface of the water. This is a nice little product. And unlike other surface skimmers that I've reviewed in the past, they did a nice dark color. They've got a dark tinted plastic for the top, and then sort of a black base on the back, so it sort of disappears into the back of a tank, especially if you've blacked out the back of it, or it's black anyway, like on the Fluval Flex. Really cool little product. It seems to work very well, and been real happy with it. A couple of things that I like about it, aside from the color, is it seems to be mostly quiet. It'll occasionally get some air in there and kind of make some spitty sounds. But it's also got a little guard that goes at the top. And that keeps little things from kind of making their way into this and clogging it up. Really cool little surface skimmer from AquaTop. Another nice little stocking stuffer is this light. It's a little twin prong light. And the aquarium I'm going to show this installed on has got an algae problem going on right now. I want you to try to ignore that. I've just installed this a couple of days ago, and I'm dealing with the algae separately. I think I had another light on there. I had like the Ashta 20 or something on there, and I don't think it did a great job for growing plants. I'm hoping that this does better. I don't have definitive proof of that. One thing to note is that this will mainly fit on rimless tanks, as tanks without one of these on it. It's got a real thin little clip on the back, and I don't see a way around that, but it fits great on a rimless tank, on like the smaller rimless tanks especially, and it's extremely bright. It's a better product than I would have thought, like as far as the brightness of the lights go, compared to the price of this. A whole lot of people, it's got the little twin lights that kind of come off, so they're smaller, but there's two of them, and a lot of people have done some creative things where they've lit kind of two aquariums with it, like, or a small aquarium and a beta bowl or something. If you look in the reviews at Amazon, there's a few creative pictures in there, and I thought that was neat. Is it neat, inexpensive little light? All right, so one product I completely forgot to mention was a new light that I got for the inside of the Steampunk aquarium. You might remember from the setup, I had put one of these waterproof lights inside of here, and I decided to replace that with another one that I found on Amazon. One thing that this light has that the other one doesn't is a little sensor here, and I can take a remote. They're the coolie loaches. Coolie loaches having a good time running around in there. This actually has a remote, and you've seen these remotes before. They're pretty common. And so what you could actually do with this one, and I probably won't do this a lot, but it is kind of fun, is I could change the color. So if I wanted to make it red or green, or I guess this is sort of a purple, or just pure white, I could actually change the colors now, which is interesting. This one is significantly brighter than the last light that I had in there. It fits in a kind of a weird way, but I was able to convert it. It's a nice little square light that goes on here. I really like it. I can see a lot better in there. I'm hoping that the plants haven't actually been doing too bad. They sort of adapted to low light. I think they get a little spill off from this, and of course there's sunlight that kind of comes through here too. I've got this closed so I'm not all backlit. But these plants have kind of adopted to that, but I've had this light on for a couple of weeks, and I'm starting to see new growth, which I don't see a whole lot in here. So yeah, it's a fun light. It's kind of, I guess it's kind of neat if you wanted to do some wacky stuff with it. You can cycle it through with one of these things, or you can do it really fast and be really, really crazy looking. Little disco party inside of the Steampunk tank. It is waterproof. Stop that. Okay, that's annoying. It is waterproof. It's pretty small. I think there are different sizes. If I remember correctly, there are different sizes you can get. And really inexpensive little light. A lot of these waterproof things really aren't very expensive. None of them are. But this one is a little bit more versatile with a little separate sensor and stuff for the remote. And changing these colors could be interesting, especially if it's for a photograph or something like that. This is sort of a science fiction-y looking tank, you know, that 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea sort of aquarium. So if I wanted to, you know, make it red or green or something for a photograph, it's kind of neat to be able to do that, even though I probably wouldn't do that very often or, you know, much at all. But it's fun to have options, right? So definitely number one on my list are the water treatment chemicals, gift certificates. If you know of something specific that they want, then of course you can do that too. More than anything, I think the fish keeper that you buy something for is going to really appreciate that you took the time to care about something that they're passionate about and try to help them out. And if you get a little wrong in what you pick out, it probably wouldn't be a big deal. But maybe this will help you out just a little bit. And for all the experienced fish keepers that watched anyway, I really appreciate it. This Thanksgiving here, and I'm very thankful to have all of you around to watch my videos, and especially you folks that have come back week after week after week for years now. I'm very thankful for you. I want you to know that. And a big, huge thank you to my Patreons. Have really done a lot to help me out through the summer and on through the winter. And I continue to try to make the show better in small ways here and there. And without you guys, it would be a little bit more of a struggle. That's absolutely for sure a struggle. So that said, a quick video for this week. I'm working on another show me what you got video. I'm going to try to shoot it in a little bit different way. And I'm working on a little sort of mobile studio for that. I might also be able to do live streams and some other things, but stick around and we'll see what comes of that. And I did want people to know, for those paying attention, KP has made basically a full recovery. She's still got a little bit of a cough, but she's feeling a lot better. She's here for Thanksgiving, and God, I'm very thankful for that. That's all I got this week. Until next time, follow your bliss, keep a clean tank, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hey folks, today we're talking about gifts for fish keepers. It's important to get that the Aquarists pick that. Bigger shirt on my Christmas list, okay?